Let's sit like this. Like a mastermind. It's got a weird chair, huh?
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's go a bit back to last week and then for the whole season. Let's first start with last week. We had 2 games, back-to-back games against TPS. First home win here against them and then a bitter loss over there. So what happened between the games?
Yeah, I thought we played really well on the Friday night, I guess, here at home. It's kind of like a playoff type game. It was, hard battles and everyone seemed to want to win. And, Axel came through for us at the end of the game and got the win there. And then, we carried it on to the next day. It was quick turnaround and quick game back in Turku, and kind of like a playoff type of games where you're playing back to back and home. And I think it was a good test for our team to see how that's like. And obviously it didn't work out for us, and we didn't play very well. But I think it was a good learning experience for us.
How do you feel?
Yeah, I agree with Shaun. Mostly what he said. I think the level was high at home. It was a high intensity game with a lot of emotions, and it was fun to play. And as Shaun said as well, unfortunately we couldn't step up the day after and get 2 wins in a row there, which would have been huge. But as Shaun said as well, it was a good experience for the team, and a big week coming up.
Yeah, big week coming up. 3 games this week. Tomorrow, first one against Pelicans. Then on Friday, you guys go to Jyväskylä to play against you, and then the 80s night on Saturday. Any thoughts on these upcoming games, on the events?
Well, I mean, obviously with the standing being how it is, it's a lot of points to play for, and an important week for us to still be highly in the race of the playoffs. So a really important week, and hopefully we can come through with quite a lot of points and set it up for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I think what Axel says right is every game right now is important. Like, points are big for us. The league is very tight, and I think we played pretty well against Pelicans this year, and that's a good matchup for us, even though they're a top 4 team, and we're getting better at home. So I'm excited for tomorrow, and then hopefully it carries on to the weekend.
Yeah, sure. And tough games so far, all the way through January and all the way in December as well, and even after the national team break, to say, really close calls. And but to highlight something on the past season, you have been playing really well. You have been outstanding compared to your last season. What worked out?
Good question. I don't really know. There's obviously the second year in the league, and I felt more prepared when I came over here, and also ended up getting good chemistry with Jens and Jalle off the bat there in the preseason, and that just increased I think the self-confidence that you need out there to play well. So I think it's a lot of coincidences that it can be that big of a difference. It's mainly just self-confidence and believing what you're doing out there is the right thing. So yeah, but of course very, very fun to feel like I've taken the play to the next level.
And you've been in big decision making, or the outcome has turned out in the last seconds thanks to your goals last time in TPS and the game before that.
Yeah, I mean, it's been the standing in front of the net there when you're trying to score in the end. Usually you throw in some pucks in there, and when you're standing in front of the net there, and you just hope you're kind of in desperate mode trying to hit the puck in there. And I've been lucky to standing in those spots this time. Hopefully next game is someone else doing it or me again. It's just the most important thing is that we get the 3 points, of course.
All right, Shaun, your season, how do you feel about it?
Yeah, best season of my life.
Exactly. I see.
Yeah, it's going okay. Just trying to keep up with the guys here this year, and trying to get Emil the puck as much as I can. And yeah, I don't think
you told me that you guys are a pair, and he does the skating and you do the thinking.
I do most of the standing around, and he does most of the skating. Yeah, that's a good. He's a pretty good skater. It's not. Seems like it's easy for him. So, yeah, I'm doing the best I can, and not a young man anymore. So I'm trying to keep up with everybody, get everybody the puck, and hopefully get my shots on net and help the team out as much as I can.
I thought you've been playing well. I mean, on the statistics, when you look around defense, you have high stats.
Yeah, I'm kind of where I normally am. I'd like to score a few more goals, but you got to shoot the puck in the net. So
still playing 30 minutes though.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's good to play, and it's good to have that confidence with the coaching staff, and yeah, we're doing the best we can.
Well, you look cool on the ice, like cool in both ways, subtle and playing the puck really smart.
Yeah, that's kind of my game. Everyone's kind of called me the cool player lately in the last 10 years. So yeah.
You play to that role then?
Yeah, it's just the way I have to play. I can't get too involved and too hot, because then I don't play the right way and make mistakes. So just something I've always had to do.
Then there's this one question that always comes up when you talk to people who played overseas and in Europe, and I'm gonna put it to you. What's the biggest difference between playing in the States and playing here in Europe? Of course, the size of the rink is one, and it brings speed and turns and tight games. But how do you guys feel that? What's the biggest difference? You mentioned in an interview just recently that you really enjoy playing in Finland compared even to Sweden. So how is the style of play around the world?
Well, obviously it's a little bit different wherever you go. I think as a challenge Liga and AHL, it's on the level of skill on the ice. I think it's pretty similar. It's not a massive difference anywhere you go. It's just more of the style of the league where it can be a little bit different. I mean, obviously in North America you have, as you said, smaller ice surface, and that brings it to a little bit different tactics, and you approach the game a little bit different. And then in Sweden it's a little bit bigger ice, so there's even more skating and more of a defensive game maybe, try to not make mistakes. I think Liga, who is probably in the middle of those two ice surfaces, is more a little bit offensive-minded league with a lot of skill, but maybe it's a little bit more mistakes than in Sweden, so it's a little bit more fun to watch. And that's just a personal reference for me. But that's just how I look at it. And but other than that, I think players-wise, I think it's pretty similar anyway. So I think everybody can just it just depends on where you are a little bit.
Sure.
Same question.
Same question.
I haven't played in North America in like 10 years. So
But how was it back then?
Back then, it was a lot more physical in North America. A lot more fighting, hitting. When you play in the AHL, like, guys are one step from the NHL. So everybody is trying to do whatever you can do to get to the NHL. So it's an everyday grind, and play a lot of hockey. I think they play 80 games there. I don't know if they still do, but
72 or something.
So it's a lot more games and a lot more travel. But having said that, here in Europe, like, the stakes are high here. Maybe even more so than AHL, because teams have a lot of money invested in players, especially like Sweden. They don't want to go down in the league. They want to stay up, and it's a lot of pressure for players. But I think the skill level here is nice, and it's in Sweden, Switzerland, Russia, all these places, they're about equal. And the speed of the game and the skill level here in Europe is nice to watch, and the hockey is real fun to watch. So every league I think is a little different, but here in Finland I think we have a good mix of kind of the physicality and the skill and the speed, and I think it's a good game to watch.
Yeah. So you enjoy playing here, both of you? Yeah,
absolutely. I played here for 8 years, so should enjoy it.
That's true. All right. We're moving on to our small game. Shall we go through the rules?
Yes.
Yes, please.
All right.
So I'm talking.
So you choose, do you watch or not?
I will look at it.
So he gets to look and I don't.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I get to say.
Then you say.
Yeah.
Oh.
I got it.
I don't think he's got it. So I'm going to stay.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep mine.
That's right. All right.
Got that.
Is it my turn now?
So there's no rock, paper, scissors now.
My pin is gold.
Do you think you have it? Oh, I would like to change.
You change?
Yeah. Do I look now or? God.
Yes. All right. Nice play.
Truth or dare?
Yes.
Truth.
You ask him.
I have to ask the question too?
Yeah. No,
No,
I'll choose truth. Right?
You choose truth?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. And I have to ask him a question?
Yes.
Yeah. So I have to be the honest one. That's the thing.
Oh, I don't know a question. Who is the best player you've ever played with?
Who's the best player I ever played with? And that's in a game, I assume, not practice-wise. In a game.
Yeah.
I will say Joakim Lindström.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Good to know.
Okay, today, this week's question for the coupons. These are for the team store.
Yes. And whichever store, here, drinks and everything.
Oh, you can get drinks for this. Perfect. This is what? 24 euro worth of coupons. The question this week is, how many games have me and Axel played professionally together or uncombination? So my games played added with Axel's games played together.